Okay,
Yeah.
welcome to Grue, and for Grue today, I got a very special guest, and it's someone that I knew for a very long time. One of my good friends, Wedge,
Hi.
and it's so cool, like finally seeing you again. Like we were talking before we went live just now with this, and like we knew each other for years, and this is like the first time we seen each other face to face probably since we did the films, right?
Well, you and I kind of grew up together in our film careers. Like we
Ex-
were little baby filmmakers, little baby actors, and then look at us now. This is what Philadelphia does to you folks.
See, Philly raised two big horror fans and movie people.
Yeah, two horror fans with a heart of gold.
Right? Exactly. Right? Yeah, exactly. You know that's what everyone doesn't realize. Like someone who isn't a horror fan, when they think of horror movies and horror fans, they think everyone's crazy and want to see blood and kill people.
We do want to see blood and people die, but we want the good guys to win. Yeah, yeah, we want a satisfying ending. But the most of the people that I know that are into like horror kind of thing, not the torture porn people, not the Eli Roth people, but
Right?
the real horror film people, they're real sweet people. You got
Yeah,
your
exactly.
for, but they're good people.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, you've been to horror conventions and stuff, and
There's such sweet, nice people
exactly.
there. I mean, it's like a family reunion almost getting together at this convention. I've been to a bunch of different conventions, like fetish conventions,
Mhm.
anime conventions. I've been to horror conventions that rival all of them that are just kind people, fun to drink with, fun to hang out with. You know, they're not pushing you out of the way to get the merch that they want to say. So,
Yeah, yeah, like the first time I ever went to a horror con was years ago, and I didn't know what to I didn't know what to think when I was going to horror con. I was like, okay, I don't know, how's the people gonna be? Is it gonna be
uh-huh.
overly packed? Are they gonna be rude? And I went in there, and it was like the nicest group of people, like sitting at the bar.
Mhm.
You meet like the group of horror fans, and then waiting in line to meet whatever horror legend you want to meet, and
Yeah.
start talking to them about the movie and about scenes, and everyone is like so cool, like so nice.
Yeah, yeah, that, what's that one that they hold over in Jersey?
Oh,
The Monster Mania?
yes.
My first horror con was Monster Mania, like, oh, like 15 years ago. Whenever. I mean, they had been going for a little while before that still, but I got dragged over there and the same thing. I was like, how are they going to receive me? Is this going to be like, okay, girly girl, name like 5 actors that play background parts in this movie, or you're not part of the scene? They don't do that. I will say at Monster Mania, the people that they get, like the celebrities that they
Mhm.
bring in, like especially from the old school films, like the 80s and 90s films, they always are so giddy to be back in the spotlight. And people are
I
like, I
know.
remember you. You got your dick shot off by like random guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm dick guy. You know, like, and everyone's excited to get some picture with dick guy. True.
It's very true. It, I mean, it is. It's very true. Like Felissa Rose, like when you meet her at a horror convention, she knows she's the girl with the dick,
Yeah. Yeah.
and everyone goes up to her and talks about that scene, that ending scene, that very disturbing ending scene of Sleepaway Camp.
Mhm. Yeah. And she's like, that's my claim to fame for this convention. And let's do it. I got
Right? Yeah, because I've been to the horror conventions and met her, and she's like super, super sweet, and I interviewed her for the show too, and she was
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool. Yeah.
Felissa, like that sleepaway camp is like one of my all-time
Oh,
favorite.
it's a classic.
Yes.
Yeah. And
But
now we're getting into the like holiday because once September 1st hits, I'm sorry, but it's Halloween.
oh,
September
definitely,
1st, cut off. It might
definitely.
still be summer, but no, it's Halloween. So I am starting. In fact, I just saw the guy that made Saw just put out a film and it's streaming now. So my partner and I are going to watch that probably tomorrow's our anniversary. So we're going to watch a new horror film because that's what you do.
Oh, that's so awesome. Congrats on your anniversary.
Oh, congrats on like not breaking up. It's like one of the easiest things is you just not do something. But yeah, congrats on finding. I mean, I found somebody that I could tolerate to live
Mhm.
with and stick around with for that long. So yeah, yeah,
Right?
it's good. He's a good guy.
Awesome, nice, and you know, you have to find someone who loves horror too, because like I know how big of a horror fan you are, like knowing you for all those years. So you need someone to be in that like realm.
See, he's more of a sci-fi fan.
Okay.
He does love the horror, but I gotta tell him constantly when we're watching films, like, you gotta shut up because he's commenting on little things. He's like, well, that mechanical clock wouldn't turn that way. I'm like, that's the issue you have. The dude was just shot 5 times and he's still running, but that's the hill you want to die on. Okay. So it's like, just shut up, suspension of disbelief, and
Uh-huh.
watch the film. Yeah. The whole point of a horror film is to go, oh, when somebody's head explodes.
Right.
That's what I want to see. Like, give me some old school Tom Savini head explosions. That's
Yes. Yes. Those are definitely classics. Like you can
yeah.
never go wrong with that.
And it's more fun. It's more fun to have them
Mhm.
explode.
Well, did you see the trailer for Halloween Kills?
I haven't. Is it out? I'm so behind on trailers and everything.
Yeah, the trailer's out for Halloween Kills, and I it's like a 2-minute trailer, and in the 2 minutes, I think you see Michael Myers kill like 20 people in the trailer.
Good. So he's getting back into the swing of things. I'm proud of him. You know, he's on the upswing again. No,
Like
I haven't seen a lot of trailers for anything coming out. I have an issue with trailers. Sometimes they give away way too much. Like,
that's what I thought with this Halloween Kills one.
yeah, but I mean, you get excited. Dune's coming out. I'm super stoked for Dune, but the trailer is I don't want to watch it because I don't want to ruin it. I already know the story. I've seen the movie. I haven't read the book that's like as big as my head.
Yeah,
I like that kind of thing. Like I'm excited for it, so I don't want to watch the trailer because you get the good bits in the trailer. They tell
uh,
too much
I
a lot
know.
of times.
I know you're absolutely right. Like in Halloween Kills, like they show Michael Myers coming out of the basement with the fire, and then he's killing all the firefighters that help make him come out of it because the firefighters are there to take the fire out, and
Yeah.
Michael comes up and he just slaughters like the whole fire force.
And see, if it's just a montage of kill, 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 that's fine. It's not giving away the film. But also, you don't expect much from Halloween. You
That's
expect
true.
murder, slaughter, blood, and somebody screaming, running down the street, falling down as he comes to. That's, I mean, you get what you pay for, and that's it.
That's so true with horror movies. Like someone always falls down when they're running. It never
Oh, yeah.
fails. In every single horror film, there's always someone that falls down.
Yeah, because they want you to be the one sitting there in the theater, seeing them fall down, and then you have to yell at them like, get up, somebody is coming for you.
Right.
Like they want that reaction. Throw
But
your
the
popcorn at the screen.
the television
I guess
series.
it also makes you feel good about yourself when you see that they're falling down. or they can't get the door open and the keys aren't working.
Yes.
You're like, you know what? If I was in that
Yes.
situation, I wouldn't fall down. So you're like, I would survive. So I feel better about myself.
Right, right.
You know?
But what's funny? You say that now if you're ever being chased by a psycho or a killer, but then
Okay.
you'd be running and then you fall down. I'm like, shit, I wasn't supposed to.
You know,
I wasn't supposed.
that's fair. I have never been chased by a homicidal maniac. I don't intend to. I don't want to test this theory, but I have never had that happen. So you're right. I don't know how I'm going to react, but
Right?
I mean, I was in the Marines, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I am a trained killer. I would think that those instincts would come back, but it's been 22 years.
Hmm.
So maybe not.
And there, you probably didn't see this trailer yet either. They showed the trailer for the TV series of Chucky, and it looks like really good.
I didn't know they were making a Chucky series. I saw
Yes.
memes with Chucky and I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was Halloween. Oh, that's going to be so
It
good.
it comes out
Love Chucky.
October 12th, I think it is. It's
Nice.
coming out on Sci-Fi Channel and USA Channel.
Okay.
It's going to air on both channels.
Okay, good. Because I can stream sci-fi. I'm going to be traveling in October. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss all of October. My company's sending me down to do a film in Richmond, but it's only for the month of October. I'm like, that is the most inconvenient month to be away.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, they have Halloween down there, but I'm going to miss Eastern State Penitentiary. I'm
Yeah.
going to miss trick-or-treating in the city. I'm going to miss all that.
Well,
But
I mean, they'll probably have some like haunts out there, haunted houses, haunted hay rides, and
yeah, I heard Richmond is actually like a good oasis in Virginia. Virginia is a desolate wasteland of the South, but
okay,
and it's full of military people on the coast, retirees kind of in the middle. But apparently, Richmond is like music, like a rock punk music scene, kind of like
really?
Austin is in Texas. I didn't know. The Guar Bar is in Richmond. I've never even heard of it, but of course I'm going to go to a Guar Bar.
There's a
So that would
guar
be good for
bar there?
Halloween. Yeah. You know what? When I get there, I'll video chat you so you could be a part
Yeah,
of
definitely,
it.
definitely. I definitely want to see it now. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how they decorate it, but I'm picturing like skulls and grime everywhere. It's just maybe like a tank that you could go in and just get splashed with blood. I don't know. How else do you do a Guar Bar?
That would that would be really funny though. You walk in the bar and they're throwing blood at you when you're walking in.
Yeah, just a warning on the door, splash zone.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see what's down there, but still, I'm bummed to miss Philly Halloween.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's gonna suck not being in like the Philly area, but I mean, hell, a guar bar around
I
Halloween.
know. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's definitely a plus.
Yeah. All right. So okay, at least I got that, and I did hear that there's a lot of good music there. I'm just worried about. I don't like to go inside places nowadays
Hmm.
with COVID, but Richmond's going to be warmer. Maybe they'll do outside stuff. I don't know. Like you said, hay rides and
Well, yeah,
haunted
exactly.
haunted houses and things like that. Oh,
And you have to find the places that have the hot apple cider on like a
oh,
cold
fuck yeah.
night, and yeah, of
Um,
course.
Give me a caramel apple. Give me some like kettle corn. Oh
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
yes,
That's what I want.
definitely.
Hot apple cider. That's what I want. All the junk food.
Right. And
And then all the Reese's peanut butter cups. I'll eat them all.
and since you say you don't drink much, if you go to the guar bar, you can ask for hot apple cider, especially if it's the month of Halloween.
I I don't re- you know what? They'll probably have fun drinks. If it's a really cool cocktail, like so I was over in San Fran last weekend which is
Oh,
why we had to postpone this.
yeah,
I was in Sanford and we found a bar that was like trailer park themed. They had like
really?
a Winnebago in the bar that was cut in half. It was really cool. But they had rock and roll themed drinks, like named after different
Nice.
bands, like punk and rock and roll bands. And they had one named after the Dead Milkmen, Bitch and Camaro. So I was like, I
Nice.
don't really want it, but I'm going to order it because you named it after my friend's band. So I was the Bitch and Camaro, which was like root beer and rum and something else. So it was a really basic drink.
Okay.
I felt like baby's first drink again, but hey, whatever. So I will get like if you're being clever with your cocktails and having fun, I'll get one. But yeah, I don't drink much anymore. I think COVID like zapped that out of me.
Get out, really? You, you,
Hmm.
you know, that's funny because that's like the opposite. Like, there's the people start drinking when COVID hit.
Yeah, yeah. I did see somebody put a meme out during COVID that said when you put your trash bucket out during regular times, you're like, no, 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 I'm not an alcoholic. I swear I just had a party. But during COVID, you put your trash bucket out, you're like, no, 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 I didn't have a party. I swear I'm just an alcoholic. No, I don't have anybody over. I'm being safe. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Drinking at home is just it's kind of boring. You
It
know, you have a
is.
couple of
It
drinks and then
is.
you're like, who am I? I had two cats. Both of my cats are dead now, but
Oh,
I had like conversations with my cats. Now all I have is Mike to talk to, and we've been together 11 years. We've said everything we need to say to each other.
do you have any more pets, or it's just you and Mike?
We're trying. I want to buy a house.
Okay.
I'd love to buy a house down South Philly because I've been looking for a while. But then again, everything's so stupid expensive now, and I don't even know if I want to stay as a homeowner here.
Hmm.
Um, who knows? So we're still renting, and unfortunately, the place that we're renting, the downstairs has wall-to-wall carpets. So we're pausing on the pets. I didn't do that on purpose. I hate puns. I'm sorry. We're pausing on the pets just because it's so hard to keep that clean,
Yeah. Yeah,
not
that's true.
smell. You ever walk by a house in South Philly and the air conditioning's on and you can just tell that they have dogs and cats?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, I don't want to
Definitely.
be that house. So I'm constantly like I rent from Lowe's the little steam cleaner thing and it's a pain in the butt. So I'm just pause on pets and I'd like to get a couple more rescue cats. I only adopt like old cats
Okay.
because you get a it's like getting a used car. Sometimes you just want a clunker that's going to last a couple years. I get my pets used, I get them old, and it's just like I get a few good miles out of them, fix them up a little bit, and then they get a happy home.
That's that's actually really really nice. Like, because when people see older pets at a shelter, they pass by them because they know they aren't going to live long, and they don't want to
Yeah.
go through like losing another pet.
Yeah, and I guess if I had kids, maybe I wouldn't want to put the kids through that.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm thinking I'd rather them die sitting on my little cushy couch than die in a hard concrete cage.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about
So I
that.
give them a couple of years, and yeah, it's sad when they die, but I also you get them already broken in. You already know their personality. You get a
Hmm.
kitten or a puppy, and it's like which way they're gonna go. Are they gonna be a dick? Or are they gonna be a good pet? Like, yeah, it's nature nurture, but still, you get the older ones and they're already chill. I do the same thing across the board. I buy at the used clothing store, you know. My food I buy new. I do buy that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you want to buy used food.
No, 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 no. That's well, unless I'm gardening, then you get some fertilizer.
There you go. Okay. All right. All right. All
But
right.
I don't have
That
a yard. I'm in Philly. I don't have a yard. My concrete jungle.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is in Philly. Like there's no ground, no
Oh,
land.
I was in San Fran with my cousin, and she's from Delaware too, but she lives in Denver now. She's been there for like a decade. So while we're walking around San Fran, she's like, the streets are like just concrete. There's no green anywhere. Like it's
Right.
really dirty. And I went, well, you're in Denver. It's gorgeous in Denver. Most cities are trash like this. You get a park here, and then the rest of it is like, here's a dinky little tree that is our green for the street. Yeah. It's like, we don't really care about green here. We're just trying to jam pack as many people. Here's your patch of grass. Shut up.
So now, like with this month, you know, are you doing like the coffees, pumpkin spice coffees, and all that stuff, and the cakes, and
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't care if this makes me a basic bitch. I fucking love pumpkin spice. And I get
same,
so excited. Yeah. You
same.
know what? Fuck you if you're going to hate me for what I like. Because I like what I like. I like the pumpkin spice flavors. I know it's not pumpkin flavor. I know it's spice. I like the coffees. I like the cakes. Oh my God, a spice cake.
Yes, yes,
My mom makes the best Jewish apple cake. And that's like
really.
so super fall. We use that the holidays. Yeah.
Nice.
What else comes out this time of year that I'm just like, oh, and then all the hot chocolates and all. Like, I stopped drinking and my sweet tooth like came back like tenfold. So I do have to like watch out. Like I'm like eating cakes where before I was like all about pretzels and pizza. Now
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
now cakes and donuts, man. Where
There
it's
you
at.
go. I I love the apples, apple apple cider donuts. Oh
They're
my
so
God.
good. Oh my
Yes.
God. Especially if you get them fresh from the fryer. Like you're right in line. There's a place in Ocean City, Jersey called Brown's on the boardwalk, on the end of the boardwalk.
Okay.
And Brown's, you stand in line and you get like they're tiny little donuts, but they cook them right in front of you, and you just get them fresh out of the fryer every morning.
Oh my God.
Now that my nieces and nephews are old enough, we're gonna start sending them, because what I don't want to wake up early to go get donuts. Send the children with like $20. They'll come back with donuts. So what if they eat half of them? I still get half the donuts.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah, I love apple cider donuts fresh from the fryer.
Yes. That's the
Yeah,
best. Like
you don't
I
even need anything on them. You don't
no.
need honey. You don't need anything. But if you put that honey glaze on, that boosts it. But I don't need anything. I'll just eat the donut like straight up. Oh, crunchy, soft.
Yes. That is the best way to eat it. Like you have to have it fresh. Like I mean,
Mhm.
they're also good. Like if they sit a while, but it's nothing like getting it fresh out of the
Yeah,
oven.
it's like two different kind of cakes, fresh from the fryer or let them sit and crust up. Those are two different desserts.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh man, I want one now.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks. Thanks. I'm super hungry now. I live around the corner from Federal Donuts. They might be closed by now.
Okay,
I might have to run out and get some chicken and donuts.
there you go. There you go. So is that the shore area you like most? Ocean
Um,
City?
well, so my hair.
No, no, the shore area.
Oh
Like,
yeah. So my partner's family's got a house down in Ocean City. When he was like 2 or 3, his mom was like, "Do you guys want to put in a pool or get a shore house? We can only do one." And they went shore house. And to this day, I thank 2-year-old Mike for making that choice, because we've got his his
mhm.
siblings' kids, his mother, and we're all in the same house all summer long.
Nice.
It's like it sounds like it would be crazy bad, but it's crazy good.
Okay.
Like I've helped raise my nieces and nephews, and we all hang out together. So Ocean City is our beach because we got a house there. But
Yeah.
then I also go up to AC for the evenings. Like we'll go out to the different casinos. We'll go. I don't gamble, but we'll go out to like the dance clubs. There's
Nice.
there is a dance club, and I can't remember which casino that does 80s and 90s. I think it's mostly 70s and 80s
Oh,
music.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's only open Fridays and Saturdays during the summer. So
Wow, only 2 nights a week?
yeah, because they're always packed. What is it called? Oh, I'm so bad with names. I don't know. Look up 80s dance club Atlantic City. You'll
Okay.
find it. Boogie Nights. I think it's Boogie Nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like the movie?
like the movie. I think it's called Boogie Nights. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I can't even tell you what casino it's in.
Yeah, I was just down there like a month ago, I would say, to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had a big horror convention there too.
Oh, where they have that?
The showboat. It was
Like in one of their big rooms there?
mm-hmm.
I see. I didn't even hear about that. That's how I'm out of the loop. I just got back from Massachusetts. I've been working from home, so I'm like just enjoying being back in a real house. I was living at a hotel for 6 months, which is nice that it's paid
Oh,
for, but still, like, that drags on you.
wow. You mean you were with your job there, where you were on the road for 6 months?
Yeah, the last project I did, I actually did the Dexter TV show.
Yeah.
I because it was a show and we did 10 episodes, 10, I think it was 10 episodes. That's like 10 movies, really, because each episode is about an hour. So like think about like an hour and a half is like a movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So shooting a TV show is like shooting 10 movies in a row.
Wow.
So yeah. So if you think about the time it takes to shoot a show, and we shot everything in Massachusetts. It takes place in upstate New York,
Yeah.
but Massachusetts has a better tax break. So we shot everything in Massachusetts, straight from January until July. It was nice. We were on time. We didn't run over any time. Like I've never worked on a project that didn't run over its time.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun to work with that. But living out of a hotel was kind of hard. The sound guy, halfway through, we went out for pizza.
Nice.
And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna head back. And I was like, oh, are you at the crew hotel or are you at the extended stay hotel with us? And he's like, oh no, I took my housing allowance and I got an Airbnb. And I'm like, I didn't know that was an option. So next time I'm like, no, I don't want to stay in a hotel for 6 months. I'll take the allotment and I'll go get an Airbnb. Like,
Yeah, I mean, an Airbnb is definitely a lot better than staying in a little room.
I'd have a kitchen. I didn't know that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I went 6 months without an oven. I don't know. I almost died. First world problems, right?
Right. Uh, now, do you get to see Salem and everything when you were in
Yeah, I went
Massachusetts?
there a couple of times. Salem is gorgeous. I can see it's a small little town and it's like kind of on a little peninsula area. So there's a lot of water around. So I can see it being so crowded in October.
Oh my
And
God.
everyone there was like, yeah, October is like insane here. But I was there. I didn't go out when I first went out because COVID was really bad then.
Okay.
But everything started opening up again in like March. So I went up in March and then I went a couple of times during the summer. It's such a beautiful little town. So they have two main memorials there for the witch trials.
Yeah.
They have a cemetery in the center of town that has this amazing little U-shaped path that just has little stone benches for each of the people that were tried and killed, with their names and their dates of like birth and death. And it was very cute. And you could see like little trinkets that people have left. And then the spot where the hanging tree was,
Yeah.
far out in town, they had just recently discovered that like 5-10 years ago. So they put a nice memorial there too.
Oh
Just a
wow.
simple little go and chill. And so it was nice. It wasn't all like, I was expecting it to be a little bit more irreverent, but it was
Hmm.
very, I don't know, it was very tactful. And then you had all the fun stuff like the witchcraft shops and the
Oh,
tourist
sweet.
shops. And I went into the oldest witchcraft shop in Salem, which opened in, I think, the 60s, late
Really?
60s, early 70s. Yeah. Wait, I got a candle from them. What's the name of the shop? The Crowhaven Corner. And they sell their own little, oh God, everything. And the shop just smelled great. They let animals come in. You could bring your dogs in. So yeah, it was
Wow.
a really cool little shop. Nice people down there, great food. Although I didn't once eat a lobster roll. Everyone kept saying lobster roll's the way to go in New England. And I'm like, um, lobster and mayonnaise does not sound like something I want to eat.
You know why? You got a point there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? I eat tuna with mayonnaise, maybe, but lobster is like lobster and mayonnaise. Come on, man.
I
Come
know.
on.
I know.
Just give me lobster with some butter. But they put it on like a hoagie roll. So it's like lobster mayonnaise and like a bunch of stuff. And no, I didn't get the nerve up to eat that. I'll eat a lot of things, but I just was not feeling the mayonnaise lobster.
Yeah. I don't think I would be a fan of that either.
Nah, maybe next time I go up.
and and like when you were working on that show on Dexter, like
Yeah.
did you get to meet like the cast and stuff?
No, I mean, yeah, I saw them around because
Hmm.
it's such a small little studio, but the majority of the show they shot on location, and I was based out of the studio.
Gotcha.
When they were in the studio, COVID has for the film industry now, what we're doing is there are different zones. And there, because I work post-production, I am
Hmm.
in the zone that's not allowed on set. I went on set a couple of times, but it wasn't while they were filming and it wasn't while the actors were there. So it's kind of a security measure because the actors have to take their masks off. So
Yeah,
they
of
have to
course.
be sure that everyone around them is tested and everyone in that inner circle, like there's an inner circle of people who are within like the spitting range, literally, of the actors and the set. And then there's an outer circle of people that have to stay masked up and everything. Um,
Oh,
so the inner circle are tested every day.
oh wow.
And twice a week, the test results are sent out to professional labs and they're tested every day, just rapid tests on set.
Yeah.
The outer circle just has the everyday tests. The next outer circle does twice a week. And then like the outer circle, like me, it was a once a week testing.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
yeah, but even then, we all still had to wear masks. The people in the inner circle had to wear the visors, the goggles,
Really?
everything. So it was, yeah, it was, they took it really seriously. I worked on Mare of Easttown when
Yeah.
we first got back off of COVID. And Kate Winslet, at one point, like we were just coming off of COVID, we were just starting up again. She's on set, and there's a stack of books in front of her that's part of the scene. And one of the PAs came over to reset the scene for the next
Hmm.
take and move the books. And Kate, you could see her face. She was like doing this, do I say something or do I not? And then immediately she was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be that person, but I just need you to wipe these books down because she wasn't wearing gloves and we don't know, like, and she went, I don't want to be like a dick about it, but like we don't know and I don't want to get sick and blah blah. And
Yeah.
everyone was like taking it so seriously. So I don't
Wow.
blame them. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they've got and the different studios have their own policies, but they're pretty much all in sync. Like the last studio was Showtime. Um, the one before was HBO, and it was
Mhm.
basically the same. And now I'm working for Paramount, and Paramount, I'm not on set, so I don't have to worry about anything, but I get the occasional email of the, remember, COVID testing,
Oh no.
but they're all up in Montreal. So I'm working in Montreal from Philadelphia.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he- what what's the place you work for? Is it Erie?
I work for a company called Company 3. It's
Oh.
it's I actually got hired by a tiny little company in New York. They were called 1619, and I got hired to do some show in Philadelphia. And it was only going to be a few months of a run. Well, 2 or 3 months in, they got bought out by this huge company, this worldwide company called Method, and an umbrella company under them was Company 3. It was their post-production. They also have like a VFX section, and they have like production. They have all sorts of stuff, but Company 3 broke off from Method, and now they're their own company, and they have like offices in LA. I know they've got two in New York, one in LA, one in London, and I somewhere else too. I can't remember. But they
Wow.
so I fell into this big company. It just happened. And then so after working for that one show, they just rolled me into the next, and they rolled me into the next. And I keep saying, I want to take like a month or two off, and then they'll throw me another job. I'm like, well, I can't say no, because I can't turn down work.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so I'm technically still freelance for them, but they keep throwing me work. So I've been working full time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And
And
they're great people. Everyone I worked for in this section of the company all
yeah,
came from the tiny 1619 company. So they all have this small company feel, but we all work in
nice.
corporate now. So we get paid on time. We get great benefits. Well, I don't get benefits. I'm freelance, but the company gets
Oh,
great benefits. And then but my boss is super chill. And like we have a company group chat, and every
yeah.
now and then like there's just absolute gooberness going on. And like the big boss in my company's like doing like funny emojis, and like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna play in Brooklyn tonight. Come and see us. Like I just love it. I love this company.
Oh, that sounds so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Wow.
lucky. I got super lucky.
Yeah, definitely. And like your job, like you're freelance with them, but your job is post production. Like when they're done, they send everything to you, or
So I am working for dailies. And what dailies are is, if you've ever seen like um what was that Leonardo DiCaprio film where he played Howard Hughes?
oh,
And
I know what you're talking about.
like
Yeah,
and he's crazy with the tissues, but he's watching on his screen
yeah,
the shots from the day. That's dailies. He's watching his dailies. So dailies in the old days, they used to take the reels, literally print them onto film, and have them ready to watch each morning before they started shooting. So they'd get together as a team, like the producer, the directors, the DP would watch the takes to see if they were ready to move on, or if maybe they needed to change something. And it's especially good for when you have a set, because the set builders want to move on and build the next set for the next
yeah,
scene that they want to do. They can't tear it down until somebody watches it and sees everything is good. Otherwise, they have to rebuild it, and that's a huge waste of money. Or if you're like on location, if something didn't go right, if you see a truck in the background of your dystopian future thing, you're like, yeah, okay, maybe we didn't see that before, and now we got to go back and reshoot that scene.
yeah.
So my job is to take all the footage they shot that day, and they break it up. Like at lunchtime, they'll send me half. In fact, I'm waiting for the lunchtime break. Um, and then they'll send me the rest of it at the end of the day. I take everything they shot and make clips of it and put it online so that the certain whoever has access can watch it. And then I compress all of the raw data to a workable file so that the editors can work on it. So I get like 5 terabytes of data and I smooshed it down to like 180 gigabytes so that it's easier to work with.
Oh wow, you definitely do a lot of work for them.
Well, the computer does most of the work.
Well,
I push buttons,
I
but
mean, you still have to know what what you're doing, or else it's not going to work.
well, I have had panic moments before because I work after everybody else. Everyone's in bed. These
Yeah,
poor people who work on film sets, and I'm sure you've heard all the horror stories, they're working like 12 hours,
yeah.
14 hours, and then driving back and forth. They're tired. They don't want a phone call at 4 in the morning from someone saying, I don't understand where this clip goes. So I've had panics in the middle of the night, like, I don't know what to do and I don't want to call anybody because I don't want to wake them up. Um,
Oh,
so that's the biggest issue is like I'm by myself, but there's so many checks and balances. There's the script supervisor sends their notes and it's pretty much laid out exactly where everything is. The
okay.
camera department sends their notes so I can cross check, but there's always that little bit that squeaks by, you know.
Mhm.
So I had if something goes wrong on my end, there's a huge bottleneck because production can't move forward and edit can't move forward. So it's all stuck on me. So when I'm stuck, the entire production turns to look at me, and that's terrifying. Let me
Oh
tell
my
you.
God, that's
The rule,
crazy.
the rule on a film set is don't be the one that they're waiting on. That's the only big rule. Be on time. Don't be the one that they're waiting on, because then everybody looks at you and they're like,
Yes.
time. It's so terrifying. And I get it from both ends.
Oh my God.
But I haven't
Wow.
been fired yet, so apparently I do a good job. I don't
Right?
know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you definitely have a experience like with film, because I remember how you used to make the horror films and you were directing them, editing them, producing them, and
Yeah.
Sickening Thud Productions, wasn't that it?
Sickening thud. Yeah. Actually, Mark Mackner came up with that name.
Okay.
It was from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. One of the lines in it was, "The dew has fallen with a significantly sickening thud this morning." And so that was just a perfect name, Sickening Thud.
Nice. And you and Mark both worked on that, but you edited and directed, produced, right?
Well, Mark would
You
do
did.
most of the directing.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark would write and direct. I learned how to edit out of necessity because we joined this this what are they called? Not a collective, but like a community, like a film community competition. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
Film competition where we had to make a film in 21 days, the Project 21 Film Festival.
Yeah.
So we just needed an editor. I kind of just had to learn through that.
Wow.
Um, well, when we first started, our first editor was Shannon Hall, and
Oh,
he did the
yeah.
same thing. Shannon just kind of learned from doing it. He had the software, and then he taught me. And because it was so much work, we would split it up. And then Shannon wanted to concentrate on camera and do the
Mhm.
camera work. Mark wanted to direct and write, and I went, well, it's like when you're divvying up a band and someone who goes, I guess I'm the drummer. I don't know. So I guess I'm the editor. I guess. So yeah, I would produce and then edit. So being on set as an editor is great because I get to see like, no, we can't move on. You have to do this take
Mhm.
or none of this is going to work. It's a pain, but it was nice to have that say. I like,
Yeah.
but I'm burnt out from making films. I'm done. It was
Oh, so you
so
don't
much work.
you don't make films anymore.
I don't, and I don't have my own equipment.
Yeah.
However, everyone that I know that's been in the scene we're all getting older and we're all getting tired. And I think we're all going to come back around and probably start doing this again because everyone's like, "Oh, why not? Why not?"
Right.
But we're all tired.
And the film you were talking about when you had to make the film 21 days for second and third, wasn't that
Yeah,
the one me and you were did like that short?
I think that was for a 48-hour film
Oh,
festival.
that okay, that
Yeah,
was for
I
that
feel
one.
like that was for something else because that was shorter. That was only a couple minutes long, that
Yeah.
film. Remember, like the 21-day film festival ones had to be like 10 minutes or less. I think
Oh,
that one
okay.
had to be like 3 minutes or less,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, it
why
was something.
it didn't have any dialogue,
No,
right?
it did.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
just
I think it's called Unhinged, right?
something like that.
It was
Yeah.
something like that, and it was like you said, it was about 3 minutes long, and just the whole film is basically just me and you in it because
Yeah, it was
um
just me and you.
I'm a guy coming home from work, and I sit down in front of the television, and you're
And then
tied up
yeah, I was
against the
chained to the
wall.
wall. I was chained to my bike rack. We didn't even have like I just kind of did this against my bike rack. I remember because that whole practical effect with the head, like you shot yourself in the head,
Yes,
that was all
yes.
Bill Farrar. My friend Bill Farrar like rigged that whole thing up to explode and like make the brain matter and all. Like, oh,
Wow.
actually, shit. Hey, let me show you. I still have the test for that
Get
from when we
out,
were
really?
testing it. That's
Oh
that's
my God.
that's
Get
the
out.
test shot from it that I put up on my wall.
That is so great. Like that was from my brains, right?
That's your brains on my wall. I forgot about that.
And there's only one line I think in it, and your line was like brilliant. But after I'm playing with the gun, pointing it to you, and you're tied up screaming against the wall, and I'm throwing chicken bones at you and stuff, and
Yeah.
then the bell rings, and that's when I like blow my brains out, and it falls all over you, and then
Yeah.
you break free out of the thing, and you go to the girl. Oh, you want him? He's a killer date.
Oh, that's right. Because your date showed up.
Yeah.
See, and we never thought like what were you gonna do when you let the date in? Like, where was she just gonna see me on the wall? Like, you didn't hide me.
I know exactly, right?
It was about the gunshot.
Yes, that's
Um,
exactly what it was about.
every single film I've made has been because there's one thing I want to do, so I make a film around it. I made one film where I wanted to do a visual effects of a girl getting hit by a car
Okay.
or of a person getting hit by a car. So my friend Dana, I made a whole thing around Dana getting hit by a car. And the visual effects came out great. But the it was the whole film ended up being like a long music video. It was like otherworldly. The whole thing was stupid and crazy, but the whole reason I made that film was for the one visual effect. So yeah, those are the kind of like I don't have stories I want to tell. I have
Yeah.
things I want to do. So I don't really have any films coming out because I don't have any stories that I want to tell.
Okay. Well, plus you're super, super busy because I mean, every time they put you on something from Dexter to the Mayor of Easttown, I mean
Mhm.
those projects are long and
Yeah.
long hours and editing and everything.
Well, and I'm working on Pet Cemetery now. They're doing a Pet Cemetery prequel. So I'm
Get
working on
out.
that now. Yeah. Yeah. But they're shooting in Montreal. So I'm working remotely for that one.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
It goes back and tells Judd's story. So if you've ever read the book, it's I think it looks good so far. I think it's gonna be good. The new Pet Cemetery was decent, and I don't like remakes,
Yeah,
so I was
exactly.
impressed with it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Wow, nice, nice. You know, I have to ask, like going back to our film. that when you're running down the street, I think I remember you telling me like you didn't tell the neighbors, and they just saw you like running down the street screaming.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. My neighbors knew I was weird, but yeah,
And you had like a white dress covered in blood, and you're running down
oh,
the street
it wasn't
screaming.
even a dress. It was just a slip. It was like a underdressed slip
Yeah.
covered in blood. I had blood all up and my hair was all gooey and like, yeah. And like I'm running, but the camera's running. I think it was Mark was running backwards with the camera.
Oh.
I shot a scene, the car crash scene. I shot a scene once where we had to do a wide shot of the aftermath of getting hit by the car. And it was a comedy, but still, like I wanted the pan out. And when we panned out to show the wide, nobody saw the camera from the wide. So they saw this girl in the street and these people running up to make sure she was okay. I actually had people in the street, like real drivers, stop to see this girl who got hit by a car if she needed somebody to call 911. I'm like, no. But that was a good take. Let's keep that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. I remember I showed my mom like our short we did, and she told me she couldn't sleep all night when she saw me like blow my brains out and stuff. But
yeah, your mom, I'm sure that's a horrible image to give your mom. I got some shit for that movie, like because of and it wasn't suicide, it was just the guy was just playing with his gun and being a dope.
Yeah.
But people were like, that's like really cruel, and like it's a horror film.
It's a horror film, yeah.
Were you upset because there was a girl chained up? Because that's fucked up too. I don't advocate for chaining people up. Like, yeah, I got a little bit of shit for that, but it was random.
Are you serious?
I don't know. Yeah, nobody that I know, but yeah, you get. I mean, there's always somebody who's got something to say.
Yeah.
I could see like, I don't know, something super insensitive, fine, but even I don't know. Yeah, I got, and I can see like your mother has every right to be upset by that image because she doesn't want to see her baby boy with a gun in his face.
Well, yeah, basically. and I remember she's looking at me. She goes, oh my God, I didn't know you could be this sick. She went, the poor girl's tied up against the wall and you're throwing bones at her. I said, Ma, it's a movie. I'm acting.
Yeah, and she's the director. It's fine. She's telling me to do this. Or did I direct? I think Mark directed that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think he directed that. Yeah,
because he wrote it.
Oh my God. Oh man, fun times, I swear.
Yeah, that was a good one. And we shot that in like one day, right? Or 2 days.
Yeah. Was it one or I think it was one day, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was definitely wasn't more than 2.
Yeah,
it might have just been that one night.
Yeah, I remember you had that room downstairs in the basement. It was like it was like a special room you had.
Well, that was my bedroom in the basement.
Oh, that's right. It was a bedroom. I'm trying to think what room it was.
Because I was in the basement, I only had that one tiny window, so it was a perfect edit suite. So it was really just my edit suite that had a bed in it. Was all it was at that time. Because I didn't, I couldn't hire, I couldn't go anywhere else. In fact, I just gave that computer away. I used that computer for all of my films.
Really?
I just got a new computer and I gave my old computer away to one of the people who used to work on all the films with us. And I was like, this edited all of our films. And she was like, oh, it's like getting a prize.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were a big part of those films. Mark writing and directing them, and you editing and everything. Like you were a huge part of that.
We churned out a lot of films in that time. The main reason we started making films, because Mark and I were in theater together. The main reason we started making films is one day he announced, theater is dead. Let's make a film. And I went, all right, whatever.
that's how it all started.
Yeah. He literally announced, he's like, theater is dead, because he used to do theater all
Yeah.
the time. He made his own plays, but he's like, no, it's time to move on.
Wow, really?
Yeah. In fact, I gotta meet up with him. He's been itching to get together for coffee and just catch up, because we
Yeah.
haven't chatted in a long time. So I keep putting it off because I'm lazy. I'm like,
Well,
do I want to walk places? I don't know.
well, you should have Mark do what we're doing. Have a Zoom coffee hour, and you
Yeah.
have coffee, he has coffee, and you talk on Zoom.
Yeah. Actually, that's not bad. I did that to a lot of people while during COVID lockdown. I was on Zoom a lot. Like all of my friends, I talked to my friends more during COVID than I ever did outside of it.
That's so funny.
Hmm. I mean, I don't have shoes on right now. If I was to meet you in a coffee shop, I'd have to have shoes on, and
That's
that
true.
shoes are lame. I hate them.
I mean, you could walk in a coffee shop without shoes. I mean, no one's gonna really
No
say
shirt,
nothing.
no shoes, no service. I know that sign.
I mean, as long as you have a mask on, I don't think they're gonna worry about shoes.
You know what? In this day and age, cover your face, do whatever you want with your feet. It's your feet. Don't track blood everywhere when you step on glass.
Oh man.
I was in Botswana for 2018, almost the entire year, and I might have worn shoes 5 times that whole time. Like
Wow.
I'm living out in like this beautiful paradise. I'm not wearing shoes.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll throw on some
exactly.
flip-flops, but that was the life. The
And
life with no shoes. That's my goal.
was were you were there for a film or just went there?
I worked there as an assistant editor on a bunch of nature documentaries.
Oh,
We worked for
nice.
like Nat Geo and BBC. We did
Oh, wow.
for them. Yeah. So that was fun. It was My boss was really lame, but everyone I worked with was so nice. Like my boss's wife was a doll. She was so nice, and he was just this rich guy
Mm.
who. Uh, anyway, everything that he did was great, and everyone I worked with was amazing, and I had so much fun. But I didn't extend my contract because I'm like, I think it's time for me to come
Yeah.
back. And I was so miserable coming back to the US. I was like,
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I was happy to get back to my family, but every time I leave and come back to the US, I'm like, I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere else.
I just want to be walking through a forest without shoes on.
I know. Yeah. Give me that. Give me some crocodiles, elephants, and no shoes. I'm good.
Shoes are way overrated. Like, just everyone should just go outside and walk without shoes on.
Yeah, you know what? I should have been born with hobbit feet. I have these sensitive, dumb feet that need shoes. If I had hobbit feet, I could go anywhere I want.
That's true. You're
Yeah, unfortunately, normal human shoes.
right. So, what's your plans for the rest of the night? Like, what are you gonna get for dinner?
Uh, I was going to order sushi, and then I realized I don't want to be that person that orders sushi. So I don't know. Tacos might be on the
Ooh.
menu. Ixtachihuatl down at 8th and Pashunk where they meet. There's this little corner place that I used to work in a Mexican place, and we would get takeout from there. Like almost all the Pueblo Mexicans that I know eat from Ixtachihuatl, or they did.
Really?
Might have moved on since then, but that was like the place like 5 years ago, and I still think they're great.
Wow. Okay. But now
Mhm.
that would mean you would have to put shoes on and go there, right? Or can you
Oh, I
order it?
know. I know. I might just put like sandals on, but then I'm that asshole in sandals. So I don't know. It's a toss up. Do I want to look like an asshole or do I want to feel like an asshole? Those are your
Hmm.
options.
Okay. Okay. And no drinks or nothing, just tea with your food, right?
Well, I don't know. because if I'm doing tacos, I kind of want to do like margaritas,
Okay, there you go. There you
but
go.
I don't think I have triple sec. I don't know. I haven't stocked the bar in a while. Like I said, we don't drink much at home.
Yeah.
Mike likes the company, so he goes out, and I'm like, I don't want to go out, and I don't want to drink here, so why stock it?
There you go.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I do have a bottle of wine. Maybe I'll open up a bottle of wine tonight.
All right. All right. Have a
Wine and
bottle of
tacos.
wine, some
Mhm.
tacos. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, Rocky, I'm classy. I'm classy.
You are. And I always loved your different style here. Like the I mean, when we shot that film, you were blonde.
Yeah,
And now I see you got the green here. I remember one time you had blue and red and pink and
I like to try the different colors. So I have
Mhm.
11 nieces and nephews, right? I let the kids decide a lot of the times what the color is going to be next. So
Okay.
um, the the only thing was I had green hair when I was in Boston last year for St. Patrick's Day,
Mhm.
and I dyed it blue because I did not want to have green hair in Boston for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish, and I didn't want to participate in that. And they're super Irish up there. So I quickly changed it and then I put it back because I love the green. I love
Oh,
green. But yeah, it's growing out and it's about to bleach again, so I'll have to pick another color. So
okay. There you go. There you go.
maybe like aquamarine. I don't know. I don't know.
Nice. Well, I don't want to hold you up anywhere because I know you want to get dinner and
Oh, we could talk
probably
for
get a little
hours.
wine. But it was really nice catching up, and we definitely have to do it again when we could just hop on Zoom when it's not an interview, like just hop on
Oh,
Zoom,
yeah.
talk
You know what?
or
I could set the party lights and then like get a whole bunch of us together on Zoom and just have like a
definitely,
reunion. That might be
definitely,
fun.
yes.
We'll film clips of it so you can put it up on your show.
Okay, okay.
That'd be fun. Oh, I miss you. That was so
I
fun.
I know, I
I'm
miss
glad.
you
Thank you for
too.
having me
Like,
on your show.
yes, like when I started doing this show, I was like, I have to get Wedge. Like, I remember how awesome she was, and what she did. Like, it was me, her, and Mark all the time, and the horror film, the horror short that we shot. And I was like, I
Yeah.
definitely have to have her on.
Well, and you know how poorly I interview, so you're just like, I'll just make sure that I ask the poignant questions. What are you eating? Tacos. Brilliant.
Right, exactly. No, I was gonna order some pizza, but you got me wanting tacos now, so I might go that direction.
Or you could do taco pizza. Like get taco toppings on your pizza. Get both.
Hmm. You know what? I like the way that sounds.
That might be fun. I don't know. I've never had that.
I never had that either, but I did hear that they make that, right?
You can customize your pizza.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Bread, cheese,
Right.
taco.
Oh man, tacos. I think I want that now, though. I really
Uh-huh.
do.
Mm-hmm. Like I
But
told you guys.
I'm not gonna have the really good ones because the really good ones are up where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah. Because South Philly has like one of the largest outside of Puebla Mexican populations. Like
Hmm.
it's huge here, which is why
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo is so huge because it's a Puebla holiday.
Okay.
They closed down the streets. They have parades and festivals. I mean, they didn't this year or last year,
Well, yeah, of course.
but yeah, the food is amazing here.
Oh
You
man.
just gotta go into the rinky dink shops. It's like they've also got really good Vietnamese sandwich shops around here, but
Really?
they're little rinky dink hole in the wall shops that you go in, you get the best food ever. You don't, if it looks nice,
Yeah.
probably not authentic. If it looks like
Oh.
somebody's little table set up inside, like it's probably going to be the best food you've ever had. You know, like
Oh.
street food. That's my rule. Is if it looks really nice, it's probably corporate.
And you're talking about this Mexican place, this Vietnamese place. You know, one night I'm gonna have to come up to where you're at, and you're gonna have to show me these places.
Oh yeah. Maybe we could do like a food tour.
Exactly. Go to each shop, sample something, and
Oh my God, I would get so full because I'd be like, yeah, sample, whatever. Give me the whole platter. I'll take the rest home. You never do.
well, I definitely have. I got your number, so I'll definitely send you a text, and we could do something like that one night.
That would be so sweet.
Yes,
Oh,
because
also, before I go, I just found out something might be up your alley. Tomorrow, Laurel Hill Cemetery has like a macabre from noon to 5 music and art and like flea market kind of thing, but it's like a
really,
festival at Laurel Hill. So I just found out. I figured you might want to know that.
oh my God, that's so awesome! I would love to go to that.
It's only like $5, and then like they've got music
Wow,
and food and art and whatever else they put there, like probably tables with antiques, like really cool gothic things. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, especially being there, right?
And you can bring a picnic lunch to Laurel Hill. I did my birthday there one day or one year, and it like just up on the Victorian graves, you know, you just settle
Really?
down and yeah, nice there.
Oh
Love.
my God, I have to go.
So yeah, if you get a chance, I'm gonna be up there tomorrow. Maybe I don't know. I get lazy. I plan things and then I don't go.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Thank you so much for doing this. I had a blast
I
catching
did
up with
too.
with you, and I don't want this to be the last time we talk, so I'll definitely send you a text. And
Don't. Not the last time. We're all gonna live.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like I got your phone number, so definitely gonna stay in touch, and definitely wanted to come and check this Mexican place out too.
Oh, dude, yeah. All right. Well,
All right,
thank you so
well,
much. I love
thank
you.
thank you. I love you too. It's so much fun doing this, and have a really good dinner tonight.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.